Hey there folks, today I'm going to be showing you how to quickly fix hyperflashing LED turn signals on your vehicle. Now hyperflash occurs when you install LED light bulbs into your turn signals because the system inside the vehicle sees a lower voltage and thinks that a bulb is out even though all the bulbs are working. So we're going to quickly show you. My right turn signal here is what the vehicle is supposed to sound like when you're turning. And then over here on the left turn signal, you'll see it goes much faster. So I'm going to show you quickly outside what it looks like on your turn signal. All right, so here is a normal turn signal. All right, and here we have a hyper flashing turn signal. All right, so in our particular case, the hyperflash is caused by the rear turn signal. I showed you on the front because the rear ones have a strobe effect, so it'll be hard to demonstrate what hyperflash looks like. But we started having hyperflash when we put LED 7443 bulbs, which are a brake light combined with turn signal, into our back of our Equinox here. So it thinks that this bulb is out, so that's why we're getting the hyperflash. So all you have to do to fix the hyperflash is put in a load resistor. And in our particular case, we got our LED bulbs from a company called Auto One LED. And I'll put a link in the description for their website. Now it does claim on their website, if you do experience hyperflash because of their particular LEDs that you bought from them, you can contact them and they will send you these load resistors for free. So I'll put a screenshot for that information up here right now. All right, so this is just going to be a generic video. This is on a Chevy Equinox, a 2017. But I'm gonna keep it generic to show you how you can do it on any vehicle. We're not gonna do any vehicle specific information here. All right, so whichever light assembly you had your LEDs installed in that is causing the hyperflash, you're going to simply remove that housing. Any protective covers come off and take out any fasteners that hold it into the vehicle. And carefully disconnect any wiring harnesses to bring the housing to an easier to work with location. All right, so these are the load resistors. So we're going to be attaching it. So you'll see there's two sides on these. One is open, one is closed. You're going to put the load resistor wire onto the closed one because it's just going to push through and then it'll butt up against that little piece right there, and then when you pinch it down, that'll hold it down. All right, so next what you want to do is for your specific vehicle, you want to locate a wiring diagram and find out which one is the positive wire for your turn signal and which one is the ground. In our particular case, this green and white is our positive and the black one is our ground. So we're going to peel back a little bit with the wire strippers. We're going to zoom you in and show you how it's done. All right, so with these wire strippers here, we're just going to get a little bit and just gently peel a little tiny bit. I'll show you a little bit closer in just a sec. And again, with our ground wire as well. Very nice and slow. So if you see, there's just a small amount exposed there and as well on our wire here, so that when we clamp this on, that'll go in between our clamp here. All right, so each light will receive one load resistor and you'll have two clips with it. So first what we're going to do is choose any wire, doesn't matter. We're going to put it over the end like this, and just this little tab you want to line up with that little piece that you peeled right there. We're going to push it into the clamp. All right, so push our load resistor wire into the back portion here, and then we clamp down on our clamp like that. Just make sure you give the load resistor a tug to make sure everything's good. Same with the wire here, make sure nothing is coming out. Once you're good with that, we're going to put the other one into our other wire. I like to leave these open. I don't like to close them just until we have everything sorted out, in case we have to go back and take any wires off if anything isn't lined up properly. So same thing with this. The little slit that you made, line up with your little tab here. And the other side of your load resistor, push into the open side till it butts up against the other side. Clamp it down. Then I'm going to briefly install it. I'm not going to show you this part, but you can just briefly plug it back in and turn it on just to make sure it works before you close everything up. All right, so once you've confirmed that everything is all good, all you have to do is close up your clamps till they click. And we're going to zip tie anything we need to into place here. We just don't want this resistor bouncing around, rattling, and making a whole bunch of noise while we're driving. All right, and you simply plug your wiring harness back in and reattach the housing to your vehicle. Put your beauty covers back on, and then we're just going to go show you how we did. All right, and just to show you again, this was the one that was working fine because we already had a load resistor installed. And now for the left turn signal. All right, and there we have it. The turn signal is now flashing normally, no more hyper flash. I'm just gonna quickly show you the pulsing I was talking about. It's a strobe effect, and that way you'll understand why we couldn't demonstrate the hyper flash on the rear ones. All right, so this is not hyper flash, what you see right here. This is just a strobe effect. Also, when I press the brakes, it strobes 3 times. That's just the effect of the LEDs. There's not actually any hyper flash there, so everything is working as it should. Hopefully you found this helpful, and as always, please don't forget to like and subscribe.